pebbles, here we go. Just a few examples, a few more practice examples in 4-6 graphing tans and reciprocals, okay? So we'll do a couple examples here. Here we go, here we go. Let's look at this guy right here, graph -3 secant 1/2 x, okay? And again, let's think about before we graph a secant. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So I'm going to first, or actually I'll figure out my period and stuff, but I'm going to then graph a cosine curve. As I'm looking here, I know that my A is actually -3. Okay, my P is equal to 1/2, which means my period is going to be 2 pi divided by 1/2, which we know is 2 pi over 1 times the reciprocal of 1/2, which equals 4 pi. So my period is 4 pi, okay? And H and K are both 0. So I'm going to just start by drawing a negative cosine curve. And I need to move these guys out of the way for a minute. Go away. That's what the kids used to say to me, go away. But any which way, here we go. I'm going to draw a negative cosine curve. Okay, so starting right here at 0, so this is going to go start here, so negative cosine, go to here, back down, and voila. There's my negative cosine curve, okay? And I know right now that, again, this is the secant curve, which is the reciprocal of cosine, so I am actually going to have a horizontal asymptote whenever cosine is equal to 0. Okay, and I'm also going to chop my graph up into its 4 components. Okay, 4 sections. Okay, my amplitude was 3, so I know that this is as low as -3. This is as high as +3, and my total period was 4 pi. So if this is 0, this is going to be pi. This is 2 pi, this is 3 pi, and this point right here is 4 pi. So, that being said, I now know that my secant curve is the reciprocal of the cosine curve, so I'm going to have a graph. I'll do this here in red. That looks like this, and it's hugging these asymptotes. It also is going to start here and go this way. Same thing on this side, start here and go this way, okay? And my critical points, this point right here is going to be 0, -3. This point right here is going to be 2 pi, that's this point, 2 pi, 3. And this point right here is going to be at 4 pi, -3. And my asymptotes are at x equals 3 pi. And my other asymptote is at x equals pi. Okay, looking at this guy right here, it looks like we have a cosecant curve, which is the reciprocal of sine. Let's just kind of look at a few things real quick. My amplitude in this case is 1. There's nothing in front of the cosecant. My P is 2, which now means my period is going to be 2 pi divided by my P, which is 2, which is now pi. So my period is just pi. I do have an H and I do have a K. K is equal to 1. That's easy. H is equal to pi over 2, and I'm now just very simply going to use the formula. 2x minus pi over 2 is equal to 0. I'm going to solve this for x. So I'm going to add pi over 2 to both sides. So now I have 2x is equal to pi over 2. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Pi over 2 divided by 2 is equal to pi over 4. So a couple things to keep in mind here as we look at this picture. I have an amplitude of 1. I have a period of pi, and my graph is actually going to start at pi over 4. Okay? And I have a climb of 1. So I am just going to draw for a minute. I'm going to just move this up here so I can Well, I'm gonna run out of room here. There's my starting point. I'm just gonna erase some of this so I have some room. Okay? I'm gonna draw my sine curve with a climb of 1. So I know it starts up 1, so I'm just gonna go something like this. I'm gonna construct that again. Very tick mark here. So like a sine curve that looks something like that's really bad. I'm gonna try that one more time. No, I'm not gonna rebut it. I'm just gonna go like this, which is easier. Right? Okay, there's my sine curve. But now I know that this is actually going to be the ordered pair. I start at pi over 4. This total distance right here is pi. So each of these 4 sections is going to be pi over 4. So this is 1 pi over 4. This is 2 pi over 4, which of course is pi over 2. This is 3 pi over 4. This is 4 pi over 4, which of course is 1 pi. And this is 5 pi over 4. That's my ending point. Okay? And this whole graph also has moved up 1 with a total amplitude of 2. So this is going to be at the ordered pair pi over 4, comma 1. And that was this point right here. This point right here in green is going to be pi over 2, comma 2. This point right here now is going to be 3 pi over 4, comma 1. This point right here, of course, is 1 pi over 4, comma 0. And this point right here is 5 pi over 4, comma 1. Okay? We are going to have asymptotes whenever sine is at its midpoint, which typically sine is 0 in this case when sine is 1. So we are going to put an asymptote right here, and we're going to put an asymptote right here. There would also be one, likewise, right. So one more in here. Right here, there's an asymptote. Okay, so now we have our graph, our cosecant curve is going to be between these 2 asymptotes right here, and between these 2 asymptotes right here, the reciprocal of the sine curve. There we go.